is the very first plan with me? Well, here we are looking at December 2025, flipping through the month. We're going to set up January, and I need to first take a quick look at where I'm at in December in order to move forward. So, the first thing I am taking note of is my sidebar with the details of each category of my life. And we're going to translate that into the January monthly calendar page. By now, you also may be wondering, you see kind of like a blue and pink, and it's a faint green outline happening on my monthly page here. That is how I keep up with what days fall within what pay periods for me. So that's what those outlines are. And I actually did get some stickers for Christmas. So I'm just looking at those, seeing if anything fits the feng shui for what I got going on this monthly page. Indecisive, so we'll come back to that. I also usually like to go in, especially on my monthly pages, with the functionality of it, what's actually happening that I know I need to write down with a pen first, and then I sticker around those things. I know a lot of people go the other way around, where they kind of sticker it or decorate it and then write where they can. I've kind of got a rhythm now where the functionality of my planner, certain things go in certain places, so I like to make sure that they are where they should be for my recurring events at least, and then I can sticker around that. So I am looking for a sticker to cover up that little notes word at the top of that sidebar over here. I'm gonna white that out and get a sticker on top of that. Now, once we get the sticker on here for some functionality, let's get into that. Well, of course, we start by getting the titles per each category. For me, my main categories are events, church, and work. Expenses is also something that I track here on my monthly page, but I do not create a side column for it because I have a section in the planner specific for my bills and expenses and all that good stuff. So I am first getting the big things for the month on the sidebar. And once I've done that, then I translate that onto the calendar itself. So as you saw for events, there's some holidays, some birthdays happening. So I wrote those down off to the side, but then I go in with that same color on whatever day it's actually happening on, so I can see it from a monthly point of view. Same thing with church. Churches are also a little bit different. I've got a couple of things that I am a part of at church, so I keep up with each of those things and anything that's going on within those categories. For example, I am the dance coach, mime dance coach at church, so I have to make sure I know when I'm giving out information to my dancers or when there is a practice scheduled, all that good stuff. So the small things that go into the big categories of church itself. And then work for me is my 9 to 5. I am hoping that it will also translate into my personal ventures, such as this video, and doing more of these and planning out when I'm going to record versus when I'm going to edit, that kind of stuff. But for now, it is solely focused on my 9 to 5 and the goals that I want to achieve at my 9 to 5. This is a little easier to do right now too, because I'm currently on like a regimen plan at my job where I'm given certain tasks or goals to accomplish in a certain amount of time. So I'm kind of just keeping up with that list, where I'm at, what is left to do, that kind of thing. For work, I also keep up with my attendance. So every weekday, there's just like a little checkbox that I will either check or X to show myself if I was at work or not. I also keep up with what day payday is on. I hope everybody's doing that. And I also have to manually turn in a timesheet 2 days prior to payday. So I like to write that in here because it can fall on a weird day sometimes. So I just want to make sure I know what day that is so I can keep up with it. Now I'm going to get a key into the calendar, so for any reason, if anybody else has to look at this or let me know something, that can easily keep up with the color code that I got going on. I do it for myself too, although I know the colors at this point is the same colors for the same categories every month for me. I do just like to have a key. You never know. It's habit. So I took a 0.8 micron Pigma micron pen and wrote the word key so it can be a little bolder, and then I took that 0.3 that you just saw there and I wrote in the categories. Again, same thing: church, work, events, and expenses. Now, expenses are my monthly bills, and I just like to write in what day it falls on the calendar. So you'll see me highlight each day, and I'm just going to write what bill it is, not the amount here, because the amount again is in the section with my bills. And when it's all said and done, this is what we've got for the monthly layout.